have been laboring, and it seems as though we have no reward. I want to talk to us that's been in the church for a long time, and it seems as though God has made us promises, and it seems as though our promises aren't being fulfilled. They started off in a place of Egypt.
Have your way, Father.
And in this place of Egypt, this place of toil, this place of work, this place of sweat and tears. When they served instead of being served, when they worked, seems as though they gained no reward. The Lord then moves them from Egypt and takes them. The next biggest miracle you find is when they stand against the Red Sea.
Wow. Go ahead, sir.
They move from one dilemma to another. Is there anybody in here other than me that it seems as though after God moves you from a place of great deliverance, you end up in another great trial?
Oh, my.
After God delivered you from your sweat and your tears, after God delivered you from a broken heart, after God delivered you from no job at all,
Go ahead, sir.
He gives you a job. But then that job is worse than the one that you had before you lost. He moves you from a place of sweat and tears, and now you find yourself in another situation where it seems as though, well, am I going to die here? Because if you remember the scripture, the children of Israel looked at Moses and said, why did God bring us to the wilderness and to the Red Sea to die? I'd rather be sweating and toiling and working than be standing in a place and die. I'd rather die. I'd rather have died in Egypt than to die here. I'd rather have died in my place of bondage than to get to a place of freedom and still. And when is there anybody in here other than me who God ever felt like God disappointed you? What do you do when God breaks your heart? Oh God, glory to God. What do you do when the very God that you put your trust in seems as though He turns His back on you? And you're standing in a place where the Red Sea is in front of you. And Pharaoh and his army is behind you. What do you do now? When you're standing in a place of what's in front of you, you can't go there. And what's behind you, you can't go there either.
Yes, God. Have your way.
Touch your neighbor and say, don't panic.
Don't panic.
Don't panic. Yeah, you might be standing in front of a red